don't want peace. I want problems, always.
The spiritual forces with which all of us are pledged. And it was in this field that I...
Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy and I'm really glad you're here. So today's video is going to be another reacting to comments or reading comments. This time as like from the intro, I'm a very petty person, and so I'm going to put these people on blast. I'm not going to like dox anyone, not that I'm even like famous enough to like dox people, but I'm gonna be leaving like profile names and stuff out of it. But today I'm going to be reading some comments from one of my least popular videos, and by least popular I mean highest like dislike ratio, but I think it's just mostly because it ended up on like conservative YouTube somehow. Like I don't know how, but like it's just so many of the comments I can tell from conservatives, and I'm going to be reading some of them to you guys so you can see kind of what I have to deal with as a woman on the internet, because most of these the ones that annoy me the most, and I try not to read a lot of the comments on this because they, not gonna lie, they are just kind of mean, specifically like the sexist ones, because it's like people think because it's the internet you can comment whatever you want. Whether or not I'm ever gonna read these comments, I think it's still wrong to like post sexist and racist shit on people's videos, and so I'm going to be blasting them so that you guys all can see them. Some of them, I think my favorite ones are the ones that are just like unintelligible. At the same time, that person is trying to say I'm dumb or unintelligent, but their own comment doesn't make sense. But yeah, let's get into some hate comments. Also, like, I have to add, like, if I'm going to read through these comments, I might as well make a video out of it and then get paid to read these comments, because that's like the other thing where, like, as much as it sucks to get hate comments, they are engaging with my video, so it's helping my channel. And so, you know, you win some, you lose some. And the video in question is reacting to Ben Shapiro reacting to Greta Thunberg talking about climate change. That's the video we're going to look on. I just thought this would be a great video to do today because I'm actually moving. I don't know if you can see my suitcases, but next week I am going to be uploading a video about waste in grocery stores. That's coming next week, but for now, let's read some hate comments. Okay, so the most recent one, you clearly have no idea what you're talking about, and that's the whole comment. Like, I would have appreciated if this person would like elaborate on what they mean by that, you know, start a conversation, but they just wanted to let me know that I have no idea what I'm talking about, which, okay, I guess. Someone said, Jesus loves you no matter what. And I'm guessing there are also a lot, I don't know how I forgot about this, there's also a lot of homophobic comments on this video, because at the time I was filming with my pride flag in my background, so there was a lot of homophobic comments as well, and I'm guessing that's why this person commented this, in which case, like, nobody asked. I can't with this woman right now. I don't know, maybe I'm just like a sensitive snowflake liberal, but like, as a woman, comments like this especially do just come off as sexist to me, even if the person might not have meant it that way. So this one is a critique that I got from a lot of people on this video, is that I was stopping it too much and talking too much, and it's because Ben Shapiro talks so fast. Like, he just does like jumping jacks, like he just says so much in such a short period of time. So like, watching his videos, I'm just like, every couple seconds I'm like, wait, what? That's why did you just say that? So like, that's why I kept stopping it a lot, but a lot of people are saying, oh, you're stopping it too much, you have to let him finish. But like, if I let him finish talking for a bit, there'll be like so much that I have to like go back and talk about. So that's why I did that. But yeah, I got a lot of comments on people saying I did that too much, which, like, I know other streamers specifically who do like political commentary get that critique as well, so I don't take it personally. But yeah, a lot of people are commenting on the fact that I stopped it too much, which, like, at the end of the day, like, if you don't like that, don't watch the video, you know? Oh, but let me just read this comment. I have a question. A reaction video is supposed to be where you listen to 3 seconds and then stop to shit on what little the person has just said. You're not getting the context unless you listen to the whole thing. Ben Shapiro comes off as a twat if all you do is focus on his microaggressions, which is aggressive only for the fact that he's putting down a lot of information, not useless words but facts. Okay, so much in this comment. So first of all you do is focus on microaggressions. If he says something racist, sexist, homophobic, yes, I'm going to like call that out. Like that's what commentary is. So I hate when people are like, oh, why are you just like focusing on like the microaggressions or like the things that he's saying that you don't believe with? Just like listen to his facts and you'll understand that he's correct. You don't have to be racist or sexist. In this video specifically, he was just like really mean to Greta Thunberg for no reason. Like she is a child. I don't think she's a child still. I think she's like late teens, early 20s. I don't know. I think she's still a child. But like I just thought she was really mean to her, and I think I kept calling that out. In which case, like, once again, it's my videos. I get to call out what I want to call out. And I just thought that was really inappropriate. So I'm gonna call it out if I don't agree with something. I just think it's weird to police other people's emotions in situations like this. Like, I'm allowed to feel certain ways about certain like microaggressions, and I'm saying microaggressions in quotations because I feel like we've also come to the point in society where we like to say, oh, that's just a microaggression, when it's just racism, that's just sexism. We just say microaggression if it's something that's not extreme. Like obviously you don't have to lynch a black person for it to be racist. Like there's so many things you can do on a spectrum, and we like to like invalidate the microaggressions even though those can hurt, and those are things that people have to face every day, and that shit adds up. So yeah, I'm going to continue to call out microaggressions, and like I said, you don't have to insert these microaggressions for your statements to be valid. Like okay, another thing which you guys can let me know in the comment sections if I say like too much, but like a lot of people commented on the fact that I think in my last like reacting to comments video I also mentioned that so many people like to say that I say like too much, which like okay, I think it just goes back to the hatred society has for I'm not a teenager anymore, but like anything that young girls do, people just hate for no reason. Like what I just did it again. Like if you can understand what I'm saying, what's the point of calling out the fact that I say like too much? Like what do you gain from that? I don't know. I just, once again, people might not mean it to be sexist, but I definitely see it that way, and I don't know, just let people communicate how they want to communicate. I know there's like Obama has this thing where when he's talking, he goes like, and then he'll say something, like, and that's just how he talks. Like, if you can understand him, good. We shouldn't police other people's communication styles. And I think like specifically is something that a lot of like teenage girls or younger girls use, and like society, I did it again, and society has just like teamed up on like the way teenage girls say like too much, and I don't get it. Like, find something. There's so many other things. Oh my god, I'm using that conservative talking point where like, oh, there's other more important things to worry about. But yeah, I don't think we should police people's communication styles. Like, it is what it is. Like, leave me alone. Let me say like. Oh, this person commented two of them, so we'll go through them. The first one. This reaction is an extreme example of the gap in intelligence between today's educational system and our past educational system. Shapiro talks about today's young has been bred to follow, have opinion, and project through emotion. A college degree doesn't create intelligence in today's world. It breeds woke Neanderthals. That's the first one. One more comment. I enjoy watching people trying to make points that without actually putting in the time to do research. After watching this and disliking it, I forgot what 1 + 1 was. Can someone help me? Okay, so this person's just clowning on my intelligence, which, like, I said like again. Okay, so I'm kind of disappointed in myself. So I just realized that the last time that I did this kind of video, I did like the rankings, you know, like the tier lists, and that's how I did it. And that was so much fun. I don't know why I didn't do it this time. If I do another reacting to comments video, I'll definitely do it, because it was fun kind of trying to put the different comments in different sections, because definitely not all comments were made the same. But anyways, to this person, yeah, not gonna lie, it is kind of not like discouraging. Like, it does kind of hurt when people like obviously question your intelligence. But the thing that annoys me about this comment specifically is like a lot of people are Now I can't stop saying, like, a lot of people are quick to say that, like, going to college doesn't mean you're intelligent or something like that, which, like, I don't know, I kind of want to disagree with that one a little bit. Like, you could say the same thing with, like, oh, just because you graduated high school doesn't mean you're smarter than someone who didn't. But odds are, like, if you graduated high school, specifically if you did well in high school, chances are you do have more knowledge than someone who didn't. And I think it's the same for college. Like, if you went through all that extra schooling, like, you learned something in those years. Obviously, that's not to say that people who didn't go to college aren't educated or can't have learned things in other ways, but college is really difficult, and there's many sleepless nights that I had to go through, and my degree was literally just political science. It's not like I did, like, maybe I am an idiot. Neurology, that's the word for, like, people who study the brain. But yeah, like, it's not like I was in pre-med or something like that, but I still did learn a lot, and I still have a lot of information to share. So I think it really hurts when people are like, oh, just because you went to college doesn't mean you understand the subject. And it's like, doesn't it though? Like, I did learn some things, and I just hate that kind of argument, because it's just like, you can't win in the situation, because if I hadn't gone to college at all, then, like, the people would be commenting, oh, why do you think you can talk on these issues? It's not like you have a degree in this. You just can't win, basically. Someone commented, get a job. I literally have, like, 3 jobs. That's a silly comment. Oh, and all quote, in all uppercase too. Like, this person is very, very concerned for me. And I just want to let them know that I do, in fact, have a job. I do work, sadly. If someone wants to be my sugar daddy or sugar mommy, let me know. My email is in. Oh, this person left 5 comments. That's so great for the algorithm. Thank you so much. Let's go through them backwards. He's talking about her being a child and him being an adult. That's why he's not listening to her, because she's just a kid. See, okay. I have to, like, try to remember the video specifically, but I think I was saying, well, you can't just not listen to a kid just because they're a kid, especially because she's literally, like, I think she was 16 at the time. Like, a 16-year-old isn't, like, a baby. Like, 16-year-olds can have opinions. They can be in school and be learning things and be able to communicate. You can't just completely disregard something people say as teenagers, or even, like, a 10-year-old. Obviously, you have to weigh things out when it comes to age and, like, whether or not you can, like, listen to people on certain subjects. But, like, if a 10-year-old is telling you how they're scared about how climate change could impact their future, you can't just be like, oh, shut up, you're 10, I'm not gonna listen to your opinion in this. Like, that's just silly. And, like, specifically, once you're, like, 16, I think you're definitely maturing. So I don't think we should be disregarding the opinions and the things that, like, a 16-year-old can contribute to society. Also, like, 16-year-olds can literally be working. I started working when I was, like, 17, so we're okay with them contributing in the workforce, yet we can't listen to them on, like, any opinion. I think it's silly, and I don't believe that at all. Well, if you knew anything about politics, you would understand what he's talking about. Maybe do some research into that and see how the Democrats and Republicans look up the pros and cons of each one, and then you'll have an understanding of what he's talking about. Once again, I literally went to school and studied politics. It's like, it pisses me off when people are like, do your research, like, which I did my research. Okay, so first of all, I just made this whole, like, 6-minute rant about this, but I thought I could concise it, make it a little bit more concise, because this video that I'm editing right now is already so long. And also, as you can see, I'm in my new apartment. It's not mine, still temporary, but I just kind of wanted to add in terms of, wait, what was I even talking about here? Oh yeah, this person that was saying, oh, you don't understand politics. These kinds of comments, like, really get to me specifically. Like, the ones that are like, oh, you're dumb, you're unintelligent, like, overall, those kinds of ones, I'm like, okay, whatever. But, like, it's really frustrating to, like, specifically as an immigrant, as the first one in my family to be college educated, it's really frustrating to be told that I don't know about something that I spent a lot of not. I went for 2 years, fun fact. But I spent so much money on my college degree and so many hours, so many tears to like graduate and then be told, oh, that doesn't mean anything. And then you have other people like Ben Shapiro, people who follow him are like, oh, clearly he's smart because he has all these degrees. So why is it that a Ben Shapiro or a Jordan Peterson can like claim intelligence from their degrees, but I can't be, like, that can't be what makes me educated on this specific topic? And I'm not even talking about like even like climate science. Like I say all my time in my videos, oh, I'm not a climate scientist. These are things that I've read from experts. I'm just talking about politics. Like I just feel like I'm not allowed to talk about politics on the internet because I'll just get so many comments of people saying you don't know what you're talking about, you need to do your research, you need to study it more. And I'm just like, first of all, the things that I'm saying, my opinions have been shaped by my schooling, obviously, and just like things that I've read, but also other political commentators that I watch on YouTube, most of which are white men, unfortunately. So like, why am I not allowed to talk about politics even though like I've studied it? And like when I do talk about politics, I get people telling me that I'm not educated on it, you know? And like, this is just one example, obviously, but one of the reasons I stopped doing TikToks, because like in 2020, for like 6 months or so, I was posting political TikToks, but I would get so many comments of people saying that I'm uneducated on politics, specifically, and like it got so frustrating to the point where I posted a video saying, like, someone had commented, clearly you're uneducated or something, and I was like, here's my college degree in politics, which is what my TikToks are about. And like half of the comments, not like half, I don't know how much, but so many of the comments just reinforced that original comment saying, oh, that doesn't prove anything. We still believe that you aren't educated on politics. Even you went to school for it, but that doesn't matter. Like, it's just frustrating. And like, I don't know, that's kind of like, it has not persuaded, the opposite. It's prevented me from like posting more videos about politics, even though it's something I really enjoy talking about, because like these kinds of comments just kind of, they hurt and they're really annoying to get. But no matter what I do, no matter how I like talk about politics online, I just get people telling me that I'm basically not allowed to. And I don't know, maybe I just like need thicker skin. I don't know if other political commentators specifically, I don't know if they also get these kinds of comments, but I don't know. It sucks and it hurts. And it's annoying most of all, like obviously, like, once again, I'm a very sensitive person, so I don't like seeing these kinds of comments, but at the end of the day, they're just annoying because I know they're incorrect. But when you like get things repeated over and over again, you start to believe it, you know? So like, that's why I don't want to keep posting these kinds of videos, because if I keep getting these kind of comments, eventually they are going to get to me, and I'm going to actually start to believe that I'm not intelligent in something that I know I know that I understand politics. Like, I'm definitely not the most politically active, especially now after college, and with like struggling with mental health. Like, I was gonna make this shorter than my other rant that I did, but it ended up being 6 minutes anyways. But that's just what I wanted to add in this video, a little bit more unfiltered, because I think when I originally filmed this a couple days ago, you can kind of tell from the video I definitely was trying to keep it more positive and more lighthearted. But I guess this is kind of like the dark side to YouTube. Comments like this, having to deal with hate comments, like that no one would ever. I have never had a single person say something like this to my face, ever. Like, even when you're having political debates with people in person, no one's gonna outright say things like that, especially because, like, if I was talking to these people one-on-one, I can assure you half of them don't know anything about politics and only regurgitate things that they've heard from other people. And I've definitely had instances where I've had like political debates with people who like aren't kind of that well informed, and you can clearly tell when they're just regurgitating information, because you'll be like, oh, could you expand on that? And they'll kind of like stumble, and you'll be like, oh no, that's just not correct. And I'll explain things, and they'll be like, oh, I mean, I guess. And I'm just like, what do you mean you guess? Like, you're wrong. So yeah, that's the end of this rant. I'm just basically just like frustrated, and I wish I could talk about politics on YouTube, but I guess I'm not allowed to. I can just make political adjacent, like things that are kind of about politics, but as soon as I like get into specifics, and as soon as I bring up any like conservatives, like all hell breaks loose. Like it sucks. Well, if you look up any kind of science, you would know that the earth has only warmed up by 0.5% in however many millions of years that the earth has been in existence. The earth has its cycles. We are just going through one of those cycles. That's all. It's not global warming and all the bull crap that the left tells you, because all they want to do is make money off the taxpayer, so people who believe will pay money. It's all a scare tactic. One, has this person ever heard of a period? Like, they're using capitals to distinguish sentences, but I don't see any periods or any kind of punctuation in the sentence, and it actually is stressing me out. And two, the whole like, oh, the worth, I don't even remember the specific number. I'm not a climate scientist, but I think we have to keep global warming below 1 degree Celsius. So I'm guessing that's what they mean by like, oh, we're only at 0.5%. So we have like 0.5% to go. You can't look at the absolute numbers and things like this. Like, you can say, oh, it's only warmed up by 0.5%, but then you have to understand how much that little, like 0.5% could mean for like the entire world, you know? Like, the earth is so big, so something that tiny could actually have a huge impact. Like, if like tomorrow the moon moves like a foot to the left or something, I'm pretty sure that would be catastrophic, and you might be thinking, that's literally a foot. I could step 1 foot forward and nothing's gonna be bad. But because of like the scale of everything, that 1 foot could be like absolutely catastrophic. So I think it's stupid to be like, oh, it's only 0.5%. Also, like, you're asking me to look at the science. I need you to look at the science, and the scientific consensus is that the humans are contributing to global warming. And yes, there's cycles, but if you look at where we're supposed to be within those cycles, we're not on the same page with Mother Nature. Like, we are not like where we're supposed to be at all. Anyways, next comment. Because they're exploiting the kid, that's the reason. Grow a brain, think before you speak. Once again, no punctuation. Why? Also, like, I don't think they're exploiting her. Maybe I'm missing something with Greta Thunberg, but that was like one of the things I was trying to argue in the video. Like, I really don't think they're exploiting her. I think she was like 16 at the time. And like, young people can be passionate about political change as well, specifically climate change, because it's something that impacts us more than, oh my god, am I including myself in the young generation? It's something that will impact us in the future. So like, it's not uncommon for younger people to be involved in these kinds of movements. I don't know. I think it's a cop-out to be like, oh, she's young, so therefore she's just being exploited, and these aren't her opinions. Even though there's like millions of people her age and younger who have the same opinions, who are also trying to fight climate change. Like, I don't know. I just think it's a cop-out to be like, oh, she's being exploited. She's definitely a mouthpiece. Like, it just screams conspiracy theory. Like, please give me the evidence that she's being held against her will. Because they're exploiting the kid, that's, they commented the same thing again. I don't know if it was like copy and paste, or if they really wanted me to know that. Okay, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna continue to talk. Oh, someone just said, please stop. Thank you for the comment. I will not be stopping anytime soon. Sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm just gonna try to find like a funny one. Women must be insane to make a 22-minute rant off a 5-minute video, and Ben Shapiro was right, and she looks into the grammar of words to criticize him. He was speaking for 5 minutes, and it was facts, but nobody thinks that hard about what they're saying. LOL, how dare you? You're ruining my childhood with this content. What? This is a child? I'm very confused with this comment. I'm very confused. The first 6 seconds is all I had to see. Okay, so I guess this person didn't even watch the video, but they did leave a comment. Thank you so much for that. This lady is clueless. Ben Shapiro is extremely intelligent. I don't even disagree with that. He is a very smart person. He's wrong a lot of the times, but I can't even disagree that he's really smart. And he's definitely a lot more articulate than I am. Like, I'm not even gonna lie about that. Like, I guess because I say, if I stop saying like so much, I would be more intelligent sounding. But like, I talk a lot, and sometimes it's hard for me to just kind of take what's happening up here and put it into words that make sense. Because I know I've gotten a couple comments too that are like, oh, if you debated him, you would lose. 1,000%. He's literally a professional debater. What he does is he goes to colleges and debates college students like I would have been. Like, this would have been my last year of college, like my last semester if I hadn't graduated early. So like, he goes to people like me who obviously have political opinions and are into politics and stuff, but we're definitely not as good at kind of articulating our opinions and like quickly thinking things through before spewing information out. See, now I'm even like having trouble communicating. But we're not as good at debates as he is, so that's why he goes and debates college students, and it makes him look a lot smarter. It makes his opinions like seem better than they actually are, when the issue is that he's debating people who don't know how to like argue the points. And so he sounds correct, but it's just because the person he's debating against isn't as good at debating and therefore is gonna lose the debate. Okay, here's a homophobic comment for you guys. See that flag on the wall? It means your opinion means nothing. And people, this is why it's like really insane to me that people are like, oh, why do we need Pride Month? Like, there's like so much gay representation, things are good, like why are queer people still complaining when we get comments like this? And like, I don't even make specifically queer content, but I know like other queer creators specifically get even a lot more hate comments on their sexuality, and it's still such a huge issue, but people are like, oh, like why, stop complaining, you got gay marriage, so everything's fine. The synopsis we get here of the Ben Shapiro video is about what I expect from a 10th grader. Okay, I'm so curious to watch this video again and see wait a minute. If you want to talk about age, what about Kyle Rittenhouse? What? What? I'm guessing this person is a conservative just based on literally all the comments, as you can see. Like, I'm not even picking out the conservative ones. That's just all the comments on this video. But I just wanted to point it out. I don't know what Kyle Rittenhouse and age has to do with this at all. I think he was also 17, right? And he killed people and got away with it. Disgusting. Hey girl, do you like nerds? Do you understand nerds? Ben Shapiro is the father of all nerds. He speaks nerd. The world needs more nerds. I think if you wish to talk about things like this, you should become intelligent about them first. Also, this reminds me, so when I used to make TikTok videos in like 2020. Yeah, when I used to make TikTok videos, because it was mostly about politics, and I would get a lot of comments of people saying, oh, you're not educated on this, like stop talking about politics, you clearly don't know what you're talking about. And so I like had responded to one of them and I was like, here's my college degree in politics. And like a lot of the people in the comments were like, oh, this doesn't prove anything. I just think that's like really, like, first of all, you don't have to get a degree in anything to be educated on that. You can definitely do self-studying. But like, for me to be like, hey, I actually do have a degree in this subject that I'm talking about, and people to be like, oh, that doesn't prove that you know anything about politics still. Like, what do I need to do to prove myself then? I'm guessing there's nothing I could do. That's because you as a leftist don't understand what he is saying. Everything Ben says is on point. I think that Miss Aime Maggie is just jealous of Ben's intellectual superiority. Maybe I am jealous. Maybe I wish I was as smart as he was. I just wish I could communicate as well as he does. He's like able to just talk so much and just have people listen and be captivated. Like, that's what I'm jealous about. Definitely not his ideology at all. Because like, this is the same guy that said, oh, a way to fix climate change is to just have people sell their houses. Like, if you live right by like water and the sea level is rising, just sell your house. But like, eventually, it's like a game of hot potato. Like, eventually someone's going to be stuck with that house while it's underwater. Who are you gonna tell it to? The fish? Aquaman? But that's their king. That's their king. Oh, this is really discouraging. Someone says, sorry you got so many harsh comments. I don't agree with your assessment largely because I've watched so many lectures about climate change because I heart the planet, lol. And he's correct. Anyhow, I think it's really cool that you're watching alternative points of view and analyzing them. You're not dumb, just need more research, a lot more. I used to totally agree with you. What lectures did you watch that made you change your mind? I don't know. That's really sad to see. Like, what did she watch that made her realize that? I'm guessing it's less about like climate change and more about the solutions, because like when it comes to climate change, there's basically there's not just one, like, there's basically two camps of like argument. The first is climate change real / like, is climate change man-made? Some people think no, it's all fake. It's all a flake ploy by the Democrats to make money, and the other people are like, no, obviously climate change is real. And then the second part is of the people who believe in climate change, what are the solutions? So I'm guessing that's where she changed her mind, but hopefully she didn't realize climate change is fake, which it's not. I don't know why anyone would want it to be fake. Oh, this is exactly it. Ben's actually right about the whole economy scenario though. That's because libertarians and fiscal conservatives understand the economy better. Whenever the economy shifts, the libertarians and conservatives call it ahead of time. Dems are always coming in hopeful with new and reused ideas that have possibly failed elsewhere, but very few times do I ever see them call the outcome correctly. Sometimes it works, but Reg usually votes in with those ideas bipartisan. Okay, at first I was understanding what they were saying, and then the more I read, the more I was like, what? Maybe I am just unintelligent. But I'm definitely like far from a libertarian, obviously, because I do believe in government intervention in specific things like climate change or like healthcare or housing, because those are situations where if you let the free market do it, the free market is going to make money off of it, because you can make money off of housing because everyone has to buy housing. Like, you can't choose not to. So that's something where corporations can make money off of it, and without government regulation, everyone's going to be screwed over. Same with like climate change. Like, there's money to be made in not caring about the environment and putting toxins in the air and polluting our water systems. Like, if we let corporations do whatever they want, they're going to do whatever they want, and that's way more profitable, at least in the short run, than it is for them to like actually care about the environment, which we need them to do. And so like that's my point on that. Like, corporations aren't going to just magically become sustainable. Instead, they're going to just greenwash us. Just look at like H&M, even like Target. Like, as much as I understand that Target is like liberal or tries to present themselves as a liberal company, at least like compared to like Walmart, for example, Target is still like does greenwashing. Yeah, like corporations aren't going to just magically start caring about the earth. Like, the whole point of capitalism is to make money. So if we continue unfettered capitalism, then the climate is going to be screwed over, and we don't have time to keep playing these games. Okay, I think that is it. My brain is full. Also, like, YouTube stopped showing dislike versus dislike, and if I remember correctly, this video has like one of my worst like to dislike ratios. I can still see it. It's just not public. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna post it just so you guys can see just how hated this video is. Like, most of my videos will get like 98%, 95% like versus dislike. This one is at 20%. That is crazy. I wish I had kept it on there just so people could know. Because I think I'm actually gonna wear that as a badge of honor, because I pissed off so many conservatives with this video. It's actually insane. And it's funny how most of the comments are more like, oh, you're stupid and Ben was correct, without elaborating on why they think he was correct. How was he correct? Please explain to me. Please have your own opinion. Yeah, so that was today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I thought it would be harder than it actually was. Like, one of the reasons that I stopped reading my YouTube comments was because this video just was getting so many comments, and it was literally just like clouding up like all of my comments, because like when you look at the comments on your like in this YouTube studio, it doesn't do it. It does it like by day, so like the most recent comment and whatever. And because this video was getting so many comments, it would just be like every other comment was that. And because most of the comments were negative, it was just like every other comment was negative. And I was just tired of hearing people say that I'm dumb and unintelligent, which I know I'm not. But I was just tired of seeing that every day. So then I stopped reading my comments. Or actually, I stopped reading. You can switch it so that you can only see comments from people who are subscribed to you. So I switched it to that. So like I was only seeing comments of people who are actually not negative, because I didn't need all that negativity in my life. But now like it's a lot better. I think it's slowed down in like video views. So now my comments are actually like obviously not like all positive, but they're like actually comments that I want to engage with. But I didn't feel like engaging with people who all they had to say was, "You dumb Ben Shapiro smarter." Okay, thank you. But yeah, thank you so much for my patrons for helping make amazing content. I'm going to have a link in the description if you want extra videos, behind the scenes of like videos that I'm working on. That's going to be linked in the description. I'm also going to link my Twitter, my Instagram if you want just more of personal stuff from me. If you want, I guess. But like I said, I'm actually moving out of this apartment in 2 days to a new apartment. I'm just so tired of this. I just want my own place already. But patience. I think we're like 30 something days away from me moving into my actual apartment that I can decorate. And when that comes around, I'm definitely going to be doing decorating videos, an apartment tour.